Hello, everyone. Welcome to State of the Game for June 9th. 9th?
Ninth.
Ninth.
Yes.
Hi. Also, by the way, I'm not meant to be here, but
Yeah, you just showed up this morning. We're like, hey, can I join?
I was like, yay, vacation time. Let's do a State of the Game thing.
So I've been demoted. I'm not the host anymore.
I know, but we can switch
No, that's fine.
if you
That's
want. No, you haven't been demoted. Apparently, I heard you got a huge raise to managing director.
Apparently, some people said I was managing director. That's not
Oh.
true. I wish I was.
All
But
right,
I'm
so
not.
David found out the hard way. Sorry, David. Yannick's in charge now. Sorry. Okay, State of the Game today, June 9th, I said.
Yes.
We've got a few things to talk about. There is a maintenance, what we're in right now.
Yep.
Server's coming back up in 23 minutes. There's a few changes. All right, so today, the teleport issues. What's
Yeah,
happening
so
there?
there was this teleport issue. We talked about it. It was already listed in on issues as something that we had a fix for, and we actually, I think that was part of the fix we wanted to deploy last week, and we couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are, I think, 3 instances that are fixed, 2 in the dark zone, 06, that
Mhm.
people knew about. That was kind of annoying, where you would just show up, go in the subway, and then ended up being teleported to your safe house or checkpoint.
Yeah, super annoying.
And the one with the electronic store, that is...
It's kind of like the northwest
yeah,
side
yeah,
of the map.
Yeah, it's far west at the end of the map, basically almost. And
Mhm.
yeah, you would just, I don't know, you would go in there and be teleported or something.
Super annoying because I need electronics.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, oh, damn it,
Yeah, I found one. And no.
gone.
So yeah, these are fixed. That's good because that was annoying.
No more Houdini hallway, because that's the name of
Yeah. Also, yeah, it could be used in the dark
Yep.
zone
Yeah.
to try to escape manhunt and everything. So that's
Yes.
also not so cool. Also, we have the no respawn from the entrance of Clear Sky, the no respawn zone, which was maybe a bit too far at the entrance, or like too early at the entrance, because as soon as you would step in, you would end up in the no respawn zone, which means that your group would then you would have issues entering and everything.
Yes.
This has been moved a bit further in the entrance, so it's less likely that you would mistakenly enter the incursion. And also, since next part, which is activating the challenge mode,
Yes.
that we will get back to.
Yes.
But also regarding the respawn, the no-respawn issue, since you have challenge mode, remember that the workaround is that you can restart the mission by changing the difficulty. So if you end up...
the no respawn zone fix applies to hard mode only today. But
yeah,
that's
it
that-
applies to hard mode only today.
Okay.
We will put it on challenge mode probably next week. But anyway, if you end up with the no respawn issue where you're reloading, just go back to the entrance of the incursion, change the difficulty, change it back. That's going to reset the incursion, and you should be able to enter again.
Cool. Just so you don't get confused.
Pro tip.
Nice. All right, but that will be fixed for challenge mode as well.
Yeah. I mean the area, but then the proper fix. We have a proper fix for the reload issue.
not
and
deployed
I think
today.
that's next title update.
Cool. But yeah, like you said, challenge mode drops today.
Yes.
All right, very, very different. All right. I mean, I haven't played the game since I've been on vacation and enjoying the sun. Hopefully, I'm not as see-through as I was.
Yeah, there's a
Before.
bit of color there, but
Yeah, got a little bit burnt. But so challenge mode drops today. I'm not ready, but
Yeah,
I
I don't
assume
think I
some
am either.
people are.
Yeah.
I don't think that a lot of people are actually ready for it.
It's
We'll see.
very different.
It's like, it looks a lot like the hard mode,
Yeah.
but it plays really differently. Like, if we can, I don't know if we can give some little tips, but
No, we
you,
definitely can.
you should
Maybe not like
not-
don't give them
not-
the whole strategy,
not
but
the whole strategy, but definitely if you face and if you really feel that the challenge mode is impossible, well, first of all, it's not. But don't hesitate to go back and play the hard mode, learn the pattern of the NPCs, talk with your team, apply your strategy. It's easier in hard mode, and then try to apply the same in challenge mode. You need to be incredibly coordinate. You need-
that's the big difference, right? I mean, we like many people blew through hard mode because we'd gotten a lot of gear from from the previous patch, and we, to be fair, didn't have to really apply any strategy
Nope.
to the hard mode, or very little, because we could take a few hits and it didn't really matter. You don't have that luxury in challenge mode.
Yeah, and
at
you need to set up roles. So
Yeah.
you need tanky players with a lot of toughness that will carry the boxes. You need DPS to protect those. You need skill power to heal the different the different players.
And positioning is really important too.
Don't hesitate to move around.
Mobility.
Don't stick in only one place, and have fun also, of course.
Yeah.
That's good because, as you said, that means also that maybe people will have to go through hard mode again just to like pay more attention to actually how the waves work and the enemies.
I think a bit of practice would be
because
important.
I think as you said, like we've been able to rush through the hard mode so easily for some players, at least not all of them, that they probably didn't pay so much attention to what was actually happening. That's actually a luxury you should use to actually be able to take your time through the hard mode because it's not really a threat for the very good players. Take your time to just go through it, really learn, as you said, how it works, and then see how it goes with challenge mode.
Very nice. And as a reminder for people and myself, the reward system compared to what people were experiencing in Falcon Lost before 1.2 is very different to the reward system right now because you're guaranteed 240 every time.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
But weekly you get double.
Yep.
Right. So if you'd forgotten that, there's a very, very good reason to run challenge mode, and more than once a week.
Yeah, because even when you already got the weekly reward, you can still do it, and you will always get 240 guaranteed. So
and that like Falcon Lost with the base system, it actually takes quite a while. Like you cannot run Falcon Lost in 5 minutes because you have to go through all the ways. I think that Clear Sky is probably more difficult, but when you have the perfect strategy, you can run through it
can go
very,
faster.
very quickly. So it's also a good mission to farm gear set, but you need the good strategy before.
All right. Very good. All right, I'm going to try it out. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any streaming before we head off to E3, and that's kind of a good segue, but I will try and stream it because people will want to watch me fail, I'm sure. E3.
Yes.
All right, we're heading out next week, Yannick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we are. I'm actually going there on Saturday already.
Okay,
so
I'm going on Monday, but that's going to be cool. So we're going to be
super
there.
Exciting, yes.
Antoine's going. Matt's going. All right, so you're not going.
No, well, need to work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we apparently don't.
No, because we're going
we are going to be there, and I it's always really cool meeting a bunch of people there, and apparently the ice cream truck is outside.
The ice cream truck is here. Yay!
I don't know if you guys heard that, but cool. Let's go get an ice cream after. No, we won't. But anyway, E3. We're going to be doing a stream from there with a bunch of the other titles. So we're having Special Ops Masterclass live stream. So there's going to be us. What other games are we?
Yeah, we're going to be with Ghost Recon Wildlands and Rainbow Six.
So cool.
And we have a big live stream that's going to be covering the 3 games. And we have 40 minutes of this live stream is going to be for The Division.
So we'll be talking about things and stuff.
So it's going to be us, and we're going to have a few guests, and we're going to be talking about a few things.
Yes.
But also the important message is if you guys are going to E3 or if you are actually in the LA area next week, just let us know because actually we want to meet as many people as we can. So even if you're not directly going to E3, but if you're in LA or in the area and you plan on going to LA for the occasion, just let us know on Twitter.
Yeah. So you could tweet out the Division game or Yannick BCH.
Yeah, Yannick BCH.
Yeah, I'll check mine. Hamish Bode.
Hamish Bode, yeah.
Yeah, but we'd like to meet up with you, so that'd be fun.
Let us know.
Yes. That stream, the Special Ops event masterclass, is going to be at 8 p.m. PDT. So more
on Tuesday night,
on Tuesday night. More a better time for our American viewers. Sorry, people back in Sweden, it's 5 a.m.
It's 5 a.m. in Europe.
So 4 a.m. in the UK.
Yeah, but we'll rebroadcast it. Anyway.
Yeah, and it will be on the Ubisoft channel. So while we will always keep doing things on this channel, that particular stream will be on twitch.tv/Ubisoft. So if you're not following them, go over there and do that. And there's obviously going to be a bunch of other Ubisoft streams during that time. It's going to be the Ubisoft media briefing on the Monday. Yeah, all that sort of thing. So always a good channel to be. And we'll host the channel as well. So you can see a bunch of that stuff. All right, hot topics for today. What are people talking about, Yannick?
So we have a bit of a situation that's going on right now with with a lot of discussion about stealth nerfs and everything. Yes. So the one thing that happened is, yes, there was a change to the crit chance cap because it used to be capped at 60%, but you could still add the effect of the pulse on top of it. Now you can't anymore. Now it's hard capped at 60%. This is an intended change because the cap was always meant to be 60% max anyway. But yes, we failed at communicating on it because it should have been in the patch notes and it wasn't. So that is clearly a fail on our side. That's a mistake. and we are looking at how the process we had to actually write the patch notes, how come we actually missed that one, and we will try to do better next time, but this was not an intended hiding or stealth thing. I mean, it ended up being stealth in a way because, yes, we didn't communicate on it, but that was not what we were trying to
in
hide.
retrospect, we would have loved to, give that information.
Yeah,
it's not something we would try and hide.
So
Because we love talking about those changes.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's confirmed, it's intended. Sorry about the patch note thing. Again, we'll do better next time. But then that led to discussion about other things. So I know that there is a big rumor going on in the community that we would have stealth nerfed the drop rates in the Dark Zone after patch 1.2. This is not true, okay? This is not true. We did not stealth nerf the drop rates.
Yeah, and there's also other questions about convoluted variables that affect drop rates.
Yeah, I mean, we are starting to see a lot of also crazy theories about other things and all of that. And it's people see stealth nerfs everywhere.
It's a weird confirmation bias. Like, I found one while I was wearing one shoe, but if you don't wear, you get what I'm getting at. It's very simple. There's been no changes to it. So
the drop rates definitely not.
And we are like even more than that. Like as we said, every time we talked about 1.2, it's the generosity, especially on the loot. We are extremely happy of how it looks like right now, and the feedback we get from the player of that new increase in quality, quantity of loot, etc. So there is clearly no point for us to nerf that at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, everybody knows that there is a rule on the internet. You don't lie on the internet because you are going to get caught anyway. So sometimes, some mistake might slip through the patch note and we forget something or another. But I mean, there is no point for us to do that on purpose. We know for sure that we have dedicated hardcore players that will find it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's good because that answers the question, because some people said that the reason why there were some theories about stealth nerf on drop rates was that they thought that we pushed it too far and we wanted to go back on it because we thought this was breaking the balance of the game or something. No, we are actually totally happy with the way it's going right now. It's like people are getting a lot of loot, they're loving it. It's making the progression much easier, much more streamlined.
People are getting a lot
That's
more,
what we wanted. So
a lot more
totally
usable things. It's very, very cool. Like, you go around the Dark Zone now and you check what dropped. You're not like, okay, I got more materials. It's like, I need to check what dropped. Yeah. Especially even the purple stuff. I mean, for me, I still need Dark Zone funds, so I'm picking up all those caches. It's very cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, that to be said, that there are, we're always looking at, even now we're happy with it, small changes that can, always improve it. So
of course. Like, nothing is perfect.
Yeah,
yet.
of course.
It's like we are still learning, we are still gathering feedbacks, and like there is direction. We know where we want to go, and step by step,
of course,
we will get there as soon as possible.
Actually, there were a bunch of good questions online, and like what the biggest one we talked about just now was, have the Dark Zone drops been nerfed?
Yeah,
that sort of thing. Straight up, no. And you've looked at the numbers.
It hasn't. I mean, everybody in the team confirmed we didn't change anything, and we even double-checked in the data, like how many times gear set did actually drop in the Dark Zone, and it hasn't changed at all since May 24th. So.
Perfect. All right. One of the other things that people have talked about, and it's been on the table for a long time, stash size increases. They're like, when are we getting it? What can we say about that?
So it's happening. That's the good news. It's happening. We said last time I talked about it on Reddit, I said that I couldn't give a date, but this was something we were working on, and it was a bit more complicated than just adding a 0 in a line of code. It still is the case, but we have a solution. It's happening, and it's happening in the next title update. So 1.3.
Yes.
1.3 increase of stash size.
Perfect. I'm very, very happy about this.
Woohoo!
Because I have gotten to the point where I'm like, because of our gear sets amount have doubled. Yeah. But I still want to have all of these ones to try out. So I was like, okay, stash 4. I've reached that point. I get it, people. But it's going to be increased. So
yeah, it's going to be. That's going to be good, I think. And as I said, it was. We tried to explain why it was a bit more complicated, and it has a lot to do with, as we said, traffic and all these kind of things. So we wanted to make sure we're comfortable with the solution we have. So it's going to be deployed. It's just, as we explained also, it requires actually a client update. So that's why we have to wait until the next title update, which is going to be 1.3. As soon as this one comes, stash size increase.
All right. Very nice. The other thing that people have been talking about, I saw this question, have you thought about adding base buffs to ARs and LMGs for balancing, or will you go about it differently? I mean, because right now we have, crit chance on SMGs, and we have headshot damage as well. Well, not on SMGs, but on marksman rifles. The other weapons, LMGs, shotguns. What do we...
So we have a plan for it, and that's part of our whole overall weapon balancing that will come up with 1.3. So we will not get into the details, but yes, every weapon type will have its own bonus.
Great.
At least the primary and secondary weapon. The side arms, maybe not necessarily, but the pistol, for example, already have their expert talent attached to it.
Sure.
But yeah, every weapon type will have its own bonuses. So
shotguns, LMGs.
Shotgun as well. Yeah.
So it's going to be a way to rebalance everything and make sure that
maybe also like diversify the playstyles even more.
It's probably going to change quite a lot the meta, the current meta, and we are really eager to find out what do you think about it.
Cool. Yeah, but I think it's something that we're fully aware of, that there's currently some weapons that are better than others, and we know that LMGs are completely underused, for example, and this is something we need to address, so that's going to be part of the full weapon rebalancing pass that we're going to do. So yeah, we're fully aware of that.
Yeah, I mean, LMGs are kind of like one of those niche weapons that people are trying out, like seeing how they can make them work, like, increasing the magazine size obviously on them, like, applies to LMGs that much more than other weapons, or you have things like Meticulous on an LMG is fun, but again, maybe not the most usable.
Yeah.
No, I think it's pretty good when you just reach level 30, when you start to do the first challenge mode mission. If you have a very good LMG, it will be it can be really powerful if you are playing with a team, with the suppression and the increase in accuracy the more you shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you are really a min-max player, that's maybe not right now at least the biggest damage input that you can have with a weapon. But yeah, as we said before, even without changing too much, because we didn't do the full weapon balancing pass for 1.2, but we really start to see more and more people using shotguns in the Dark Zone. Like I was playing in a group yesterday, someone has an insane shotgun.
They're using the M870 or
the Super 90 with Brutal Deadly on it.
Okay, sure.
I mean, he was wrecking other players in the Dark Zone.
Nice.
So it works, but yeah, it's not balanced yet. So everything is coming with the 1.3. And yes, all the weapons will have their own bonus.
Yeah,
nice. Perfect. And obviously after 1.3, we're not done there with weapons. We consistently we'll continue to look at it, and as new weapons come in and these sorts of things. And, we talked about like the AA12 is coming in. It wasn't in 1.2, the automatic shotgun, but it's coming in the future. So lots of things to look at. The next one we wanted to talk about, the formula for scavenging and how it currently affects drops. Scavenging has been a hot point for a lot of people. It's I kind of see it like we have a system. Well, it works for one. So and correct me if I'm wrong, right now it makes it so you have a chance to increase the quality when a piece of gear drops.
Yeah.
So the gear drops and then you roll for quality.
So what scavenging does right now, every time you have a drop, it increases the more scavenging you have, the more it increases the chance you have to drop the same item in a higher quality.
Yeah.
It will not give you more item. It will not give you a higher gear score item. But for example, if you open a chest, and for example, crafting chests, it will give you a higher chance to have IAM material in those crafting chests. If not a boss, but if a regular NPC drops something, it will give you a higher chance to have a better quality. That's a stat which is really useful for the leveling game. Or when you want to farm the crafting materials, etc. But with all the changes we made on the loot especially, so for example now in the Dark Zone you have a guaranteed IAM division.
Say,
So yeah,
scavenging
will not
doesn't do anything in that point.
So with all those changes and the fact that we guaranteed already a lot of stuff from the drops, the scavenging is becoming actually less and less useful. So we have planned for it to make it really rewarding to spec that way, and that will come up in the future. But right now, yes, it increase your chance of receiving a higher quality.
Yeah.
You will not have a higher gear score.
But like you say, since our loot system has changed so much, especially with 1.2, it definitely warrants a better look at. I know the community have been like, could it apply to credits, dark zone funds, all these sorts of things.
Yeah, there were some very good suggestions out there. So
some very, very good suggestions. So, I mean, those are on the table.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. We are only 3 minutes away from the servers coming back up.
Yes.
But the other thing people asked was, can you confirm skill power was nerfed recently?
Can we confirm it was not?
Yeah, it hasn't been touched.
So nothing has changed on the skill power size or the effect that the amount of skill power you will have on your skills, etc. Nothing changed on that side.
Yeah, and like you can, I mean, we said before, and we will readily admit when there have been changes, like crit chance we just talked about before has been hard capped, and we're sorry that got missed, but skill power absolutely no changes. And if there were, we would tell you.
Yeah, as we said, there is clearly no point at all for
No,
us to
exactly.
write that. Like, if we decide to do those changes, it's for you in the first place, for the players. We don't want to, like, the whole point for us is to make the game more fun for you. We don't have any interest on hiding stuff. So
skill power.
Skill
Can
power
confirm.
is still the same. Yeah, no change there.
All right, that's it. That's state of the game. We must be very, very close to the servers coming back up. 2 minutes. Yannick, anything else before we head off? Again, we reminded people earlier we are going to be at E3.
So we are actually not doing a state of the game next week.
Yes, good point. We're going to be flying, I think, are we flying back on Thursday or Friday? I'm not sure. But anyway, we will not be in Sweden. So state of the game will just be an empty couch.
Yes.
If we turn on the cameras. But yes.
That could be an interesting concept. Empty couch,
like
state of the game.
Like a really art.
Or maybe Quentin will do it on his own.
Hey.
Yeah,
hey, it's me.
Yes, again. So no state of the game next week. Sorry, that's going to be the first state of the game we don't do.
Yeah, it's going to be the first week
but it is a good reason. We'll make up for it somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. A giveaway the week after. Maybe.
Maybe, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. On just another topic, but to come back with the stealth nerf, etc. We know that some of you really like to dig a little bit in the game's file, data mining stuff. Like, you can do that. That's fine.
That's
but what you really need to understand is you only have access to the client data.
Yeah.
So every changes that we do after that during the server maintenance, like today, you will not see that in those files. So don't put 100% faith on what you see there. It might be quite wrong, actually.
Yeah. I think there is a lot of cases also of old data that are still stored somewhere in a client that actually the server is not using anymore because it's data that we have moved server side since. So there is a lot of inaccurate things there. So you have to take it with a grain of salt, what you see there.
Agreed.
And if you are not sure, then you can probably just ask somewhere on Reddit, on the forums, or whatever. Not for everything, but for the big issues that like the one.
I mean, we'll
be happy to
Since we're looking on all those places, we kind of see what people are talking about, and we will always continue to address the biggest things that we can. So that's good.
Yeah, and answer the main questions. I mean, like the 5 questions we took now were from a Reddit thread that was created. That was like, hey, let's try to have the top 5 questions from.
Thank you all again for tuning in to another wonderful episode brought to you by Games Glitches. If you have any questions, any problems, any suggestions, any glitches that you want to show on this channel, please leave a comment below and I'll definitely try to, answer you or at least reply in one form or another. Unless it's a troll comment, then I'm sorry, I kind of get thousands of those a day, so I tend to ignore them. But if you have a legitimate concern, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll definitely try to help you out. Thank you all again for checking out my channel. If you enjoyed this nice little episode, please click like, please click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Division Glitch video.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope.